So the opener is this. Scarf, of course, has a problem where he buys a lot of Kirby stuff. Kirby is Scarf's way of dealing with depression. Kirby's a very happy character, a very fun character. Scarf's cousin is an alcoholic who drives home drunk on occasion, has drunk driven many times, gotten busted a few times, and he's done some pretty scummy, scammy things. My dad thinks my cousin will eventually do alright. My dad says he's worried about me. How confusing is that? Take two! Alright, so this is take two of the vlog. This is the realization. Last week's vlog was only one take. And here's the thing. The more takes I do of the vlog, the more structured and better it is. Unless I forget some details that I said the last time, didn't say it this time, I think it's long. That's the realization. Because what happens is these vlogs are just, they're coming from my head, and because of that, it's just what I'm going through at the time, what I'm thinking about at the time, and because of that, it's a swirl of thoughts that's not so organized there, now is it? The more takes I do, the more organized it is. I've done like 6 takes. That took like 2 or 3 hours to get to. We're only going to do 1 extra take this time because it is late. Scarf has played Pokemon for 9 hours straight. Scarf just did a 30-minute vlog. Scarf is now reshooting that vlog, hoping to make it shorter and just better. Hopefully. And just less ragey, because I had some rage in the last version. Real first one is, of course, what I was talking about in the opener, and that is the interesting standards going on. Cousin's an alcoholic. He's done some pretty bad things. He drives drunk with people in the car as well, not just on his own. He can get people killed. He hasn't gotten people killed somehow. He's flipped his vehicle multiple times, still hasn't gotten anyone killed, and he does scam people. He's done some pretty bad grifting. Not nice grifting at all. My dad thinks he'll be alright, he'll make it. Me, I enjoy plushies, they're cute. I enjoy Kirby things, they're cute. I like cute things because cute things just make me feel better. That's just how it is. And my dad's worried about me. I'm 33, so I get it somewhat, but it's still frustrating at the same time because I'm not going to get anyone hurt. Worst scenario is I'm alone forever, which is not the plan, obviously, but worst case scenario, I'm alone forever. My cousin can get killed at any point, or he can kill other people at any point. And so it's a weird, frustrating double standard there. And of course it is, it's his nephew compared to his son, but it's a weird thing. It's definitely a weird thing. I like Kirby. I just like Kirby. Kirby's great. Just talking about standards for a minute. I don't know. It's gonna be hard finding a girlfriend again, isn't it? It's been 4 years since the last girlfriend. It's been 2 years since I felt really close to someone. Their noses itchy. Okay. So, it's been 2 years. Like, I have plenty of internet friends, but no one has gotten that close. I haven't found anyone I just really connect with to that degree in 2 years. It's someone I connected to very strongly, and we enjoyed each other's company online and such for a year. But we weren't dating. We just enjoyed each other's company. And then things happened, and they're gone. Something I've noticed is there are people who just can't handle the internet, and then they just disappear forever. It's an interesting thing where people just ghost the internet. It's happened multiple times, like at different levels of friendship. There are people who they just can't handle social media anymore. They just can't handle talking to people on the internet anymore. They just can't handle the internet at all, and they just disappear from the internet. Different levels of friendship of friends I've had, they just disappear, and it just sucks to see them go. And that's what happened there. Someone I was getting really close to, and they couldn't handle it anymore, and they just cut themselves off from the internet completely. That sucked. Very unfortunate thing. That was 2 years ago. I was still thinking about that. Nothing I could do to stop that. Just the world is too much for some people. The internet's too much for some people. It really sucks, because it can't. I understand that. Because it's a shitty place a lot of the times now, isn't it? We all know that. Just too bad. So, Scarf's doing, of course, the improv. I think I mentioned before. January and February, Scarf's going to be doing improv. So those will be some fun vlogs, because I'll be talking about improv class. And hopefully Scarf socialize a little bit more, and maybe gets to know some people in real life. Hopefully. Maybe I don't, maybe I do. We'll see. Maybe it won't be that fun. Maybe it will be fun. And after improv class, I'll be at a point where I can't be so social because just the way work is. Just there's 2 months out of every 7 months that I'm not gonna be that social because I'm doing a lot of graves and I just can only do work and graves and stream, and that's it because I don't have that much time to do too many free things. And so that'll be that point. And then after that, I get back out there. And Scarf does need to hurry up and find something because Scarf's biological clock is ticking. Because Scarf is 33. And everyone just thinks once you hit 30, you're just not a thing anymore, I swear. People think when you hit 40 years old, you're supposed to just become dust. You see that with celebrities all the time. Look how hot she is, and she's like 40-something. Like, everyone just acts like when you hit 40, you just become dust. It's really what it is. And when you become 30, you just get completely locked off from everything below you. It's such a weird thing. I have a lot of 20-year-old friends who don't realize I'm 30-something. They think I'm, like, in my young 20s. It's only when they bring up age or whatever to them, like, I'm 33, and like, oh, damn. Like, that's it. That's the thing, because of what we're in, gaming and all this stuff, there's a lot of adults in it, too, because millennials, they grew up with anime and stuff, but it's just way more popular among just younger generations, because plenty of people my age, they got shamed out of anime. They got shamed out of gaming. My family's tried to shame me out of them multiple times, but I'm not, and I've pushed back every time, because it's what I enjoy. People should be allowed to enjoy what they like. I've always pushed back on that, because it's what I like. It's what I like. I don't enjoy what they enjoy. At least, not to the degree they do. I like things, but not to the extent they do. Family likes sports. Sports is fine and fun, but I don't dive into it. They like shooting guns. I enjoy shooting guns too, but I don't dive deep into it. Things like that. And so there's the worry is, yeah, I got a bunch of plushies. What girl's going to be interested in a guy who has a bunch of plushies, a bunch of Kirbys, a bunch of all these things? And that is just another person who's a gamer or likes plushies and all that. But it's hard to find those people, honestly. So I gotta keep looking. And keep looking. Like, I gotta probably do like a D&D or board game group at some point, because that's another group that I could try to make friends with that might like the things I like. Same thing as, there's maybe an anime group out there somewhere for adults, I don't know. Gotta find them, because that's another avenue of someone I might be able to make a relationship with. And then there's that sticking point there, is, should you be going to things looking for a friend or looking for a love? And you got people who think one way or the other of that. Because, yeah, there are plenty of people, and I will say probably mostly women, who they just want to have friends. They don't want to have guys treating them like love interests. So there's that as well. So I don't know. Because I'm not trying to just treat people as love interests. I have a bunch of female friends. I just don't have any girlfriends. Well, I don't have a girlfriend. It's weird how people find the word female has become an incel thing. As a scientist, female is just a word. It's also just a way to differentiate between girlfriend and girlfriend. Female friend is a way to separate that. So I don't say, I got it, like, this is my girlfriend, because that wouldn't make sense, because I'm not dating them, they're just a girl that's a friend, so I say female friend. And some people don't like that, but I'm like, well, I can't say girlfriend, or just friend. I guess I could just say friend, but if they don't know who I'm talking about, and sometimes gender does mean something in a conversation, then I gotta say girlfriend. This is my boy, or, oh, I say guy friend. Yeah, I don't say boyfriend. So yeah, it's funny how it's boyfriend and girlfriend are the words, but it's not the G. You got guy friend, and then there's no other word, is there? You just got boy and guy, you just have girl. So yeah, I wouldn't say my guy buddies, I wouldn't call them boyfriends, I'd call them my guy friends, obviously. So I just realized that just now, yeah, I wouldn't say boyfriend, I'd say guy friend. So when I have to differ in gender, it's guy friend or female friend, because there's no there's no, like, girl and boy, that's it. There's no guy equivalent for girl. Because the guy equivalent for girl is girl, but it's used with boy. The English language is effed, isn't it? That's getting rambly there, because I just thought about that. So yeah, female. I don't say male friend, because then I guess that gets weird. English language is a fun thing. So, the last version was a lot of just complaining about, like, not necessarily Republicans, but just politics and political talk, and just the difference between the politics and everything. Because, okay, here's the distilled version of it. As a scientist, Scarf cares about the truth. What's frustrating is the way both sides see the truth. The left sees the truth more as truth. More of that. You still have some crappy people there who just misuse it. But they will use the truth for the most part, or they'll, what's the word here, misuse it or misunderstand it to an extent. While the right is more, the truth is feeling, or the truth is a lie, and it's fake because it's not working towards my narrative. That's what gets frustrating between the two sides. This is why I hate the right a lot more than I hate the left, because the left will misrepresent out of ignorance, I feel, while the right will misrepresent on purpose more than anything, and it's very frustrating. And it gets extremely annoying when it comes to Trump with fake news. It's just anything he doesn't agree with or doesn't make him look in a good light is fake news. And when Fox does it, he calls it fake news as well. And he's like, I'm worried about Fox becoming more fake news, when they've been extremely fake news many times in the past. To be perfectly honest. Having watched all the networks back in the day, Fox was the worst about it. They've always been the worst about it. It's very frustrating. I watched Fox News during Bush, during Obama, and not so much during Trump, because at this point I just hate all the networks because they made Trump. But during Bush and Obama, I watched Fox News. I watched CNN, and I watched MSNBC. I watched all three of those. And I noticed that over time, Fox was my favorite. I started to notice the difference between them and how Fox treated the truth and how it treated things. Started to notice it, and it started troubling me. And that's when I'm like, holy crap, Fox is crap. It's not great. And so it's really frustrating when people actually do speak the truth on Fox, and then they get in trouble for speaking the truth because it doesn't help the narrative. And that's what bugs me a lot. That's what always has bugged me a lot about the right and Fox News. And about Trump. What I hate about Trump is he's very hyperbolic. It's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing in a century. It's the worst double standard. He always uses these, like they're the worst at whatever. He always uses these hyperbole of just the worst thing or the greatest thing, where he's done the greatest stuff, or this is the greatest thing, and things like that. It's always hyperbole, and people just eat that up. It's extremely a childish way to do things. It's an extremely childish way to talk about things. In normal everyday life, if you had a friend who's just always hyperbole, you don't like talking to them. You really don't. That's who Trump is, and yet people love him. And his crap hyperbole. It's very odd. Republican arguments are very grade school. It's a lot of whataboutisms, where that is something kids argue, and that's never... Whataboutisms does not excuse anything. It's just, well, if I'm in trouble, get them in trouble too, kind of thing. That's it. Or, well, since this is bad, they did the bad thing too, that should absolve me. No, it doesn't. You both did wrong then. Someone else doing wrong does not absolve you of your wrongs. It just makes you both wrong. That's what it is. And it's a whataboutism that the Republicans do a lot. It's very frustrating. Or it's just, nothing bad happened, so why am I getting in trouble? You attempted bad things, that's why you get in trouble. Let's talk about specifically I'm going to talk about Pokemon after this to end on a better note. Let's talk about specifically the impeachment proceedings. Trump did not good things there. Okay, we'll go with allegedly he did not do good things there. But the Republican defenses are... Trump gave the Ukrainians javelins. Obama didn't give them javelins. Trump gave them all this money. Obama didn't give them all this money. How does that is in no way what they're talking about in the impeachment proceedings. They're talking about how Trump was trying to do a quid pro quo to get investigations into his potential opponent in 2020. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. Trump giving Ukraine all these things does not negate that. Another argument was, and this is different Republicans going with this, some are saying there was no quid pro quo. He never specifically said quid pro quo, which is a thing. Like, people don't, it's like, they don't have to specifically say these words for this to be the thing. Like, since when has that been a thing? That shaky ground there. And then you have Republicans who are like, so there was a quid pro quo, but that's normal foreign policy. You have those Republicans as well who are arguing like, okay, so there was one, but it's nothing major. And then you have the other ones who are arguing that because Trump did not get the investigation into Hunter Biden, no harm, no foul. The Ukrainians got the money, there's no investigation, no harm, no foul. There are those who are arguing that as well. Whereas like, yeah, he tried, but he didn't get it, so there you go. But then, of course, Democrats argued, is attempted murder a thing? Is attempted robbery a thing? Those are things. Attempting a thing, just because it didn't happen, does not absolve you. That's what's being argued by the Democrats. I really hate the broken record chip. I also hate that they're going after the whistleblower. The whistleblower doesn't matter anymore. The whistleblower doesn't mean a damn thing anymore. Because the whistleblower was what, second, third-hand knowledge that got this all rolling? They now have first-hand knowledge of everything. They have people who are there for the first-hand knowledge of what happened. The whistleblower doesn't mean as much as these stronger potential witnesses. The whistleblower is nothing. Nothing at all. If we do not protect whistleblowers, we're going to get worse things down the line. We're going to get Snowden again. I think I said this last week. Edward Snowden happened because before him, there was another guy who whistleblew, and that guy's career was destroyed. So Edward Snowden took a different route because of that. If that other whistleblower wasn't treated as shamefully as he was, Snowden wouldn't have happened. He would have gone through proper channels with the whistleblowing, and then who knows what would happen at that point. But that's not what happened, because of what happened to the other guy. So if this whistleblower, if things go to hell for this whistleblower, what's going to happen down the line when something else heinous happens? When, God forbid, a Democratic president does something really horrible that deserves whistleblowing, and then they don't get caught for it. This is a thing I don't understand about the Republicans. They're talking about the Democrats being scorched earth, when the Republicans have done some really shitty stuff during the Obama presidency. And they're acting like they have not done this kind of crap before. That they would not do this on the other foot, which is extremely frustrating. Because they've done so much. And I feel like the Democrats are right to do what they're trying to do here. Because that's not good what Trump keeps doing. Then you've got the argument that they shouldn't be trying to impeach Trump. They should wait in 11 months, take him out there, beat him through the people's vote. And that's going to happen after the impeachment proceedings, one way or another. Because even if this succeeds, the Senate's not going to vote on it. They're not going to go through with it. Even if this goes all the way through on the House, it's not going to go through on the Senate, and then the people will decide in 2020. That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. I can guarantee that. There's no way the Senate's going to roll on him because they have control. It would be amazing to see Mitch McConnell lose next year, but he's not going to lose. There's no way. I don't think it's possible. If he had any fear of losing that seat, he would not be doing things the way he's doing it. He's 100% secure in where he is. Which is a problem. Like, sometimes I really do wonder if it would be better if we did have term limits on everything. Like, if they could only do it twice. But then again, they might just do a bunch of short gaining. There's no good way. There really isn't a good way, is there? I just really hate the arguments that Republicans are making. They don't have good stuff. It's just shaky ground arguments. And I hear all this from my family all the time. They're like, they should just take him on in the vote. And then they just I keep hearing the right parroting so many bad arguments. And it annoys me so much. I wish they had better compelling arguments than they have. It's just bad arguing. It ticks me off. The last thing to complain about with this is the complaint that the impeachment proceedings don't have pizzazz, that they're boring. And they're gonna be boring. They're not gonna be interesting. It is what it is. The court's not that interesting. The court's never that interesting. The court's extremely boring. We all avoid jury duty, for God's sakes. We understand that courts are boring, and yet we expect this to be interesting? How? The problem is we're so bred on reality TV that we elected a reality TV star. That's what happened. We're expecting just really good stuff to come out of this thing, and there's really good stuff in there. The problem is it's very dry stuff. There is damning stuff coming out of this, but it's not enough for their average person because they're too busy being entertained elsewhere, and that scares me. It really worries me. Now people are like, it's not that interesting, so they're not interested. And that's why we're kind of screwed. Because we take too many shortcuts. We got way too much ADHD, it feels like. Just too much on that. Too many voting down the ballot. Too many voting for our sports team in politics. Too many of all of that. And that's just frustrating. And I spent a lot of time rambling about that in the last take, so I'll just cut right there. That's just frustrating. I've said that many times. Gave many examples of that, and yeah, it's just frustrating. So let's move on. Pokemon is amazing. Pokemon Sword is really fun, really good. I like it a lot. People making the complaints they're making, and sure, you can make those complaints, but I don't give a crap. I'm enjoying it way too much. I played it 9 hours straight. I want to keep playing the game right now. That is how good it is. People were complaining that apparently the campaign, like the story, is 16 hours long. I spent 8 hours in this game, and I barely got to the first gym and beat it on the 9th hour. So I don't know what to say to that. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm noticing the multiplayer stuff, and it's not exactly what I thought it'd be. Some things are good, some things are not. But it is a step in the right direction. There are some things that could be better in the animation, though. But there are a lot of things in the small details and the scenery and things like that that are so good, it's amazing. Pokemon are really fun. The camping's really fun. The Kirby stuff's pretty interesting and fun, honestly. I think the Kirby could be done a little bit better, though. The camp could be done a little bit better as well. The camp's fun. The camp's really cute. I wish we kept Pokemonomy as well in there. You can't pet your Pokemon. You can't pet the dog. You can't pet Yamper. You can't pet the dog in this game. It's really weird. Pokemon doesn't let you pet them anymore. I think they should bring that back. What I really think is going to happen is, because this is what happens to Game Freak, they always have to rush it a bit, is we had Pokemon Sun and Moon, then we had the Ultimate versions. I think this is going to happen here with Sword and Shield. We're going to have an Ultimate version of them in 1 or 2 years because they're going to have the time to polish and make them better. That's what's going to happen. And that's kind of sucky, but it is what it is, because that's just the constraints they're put on. But I'm enjoying the game a lot. I'm really happy with this game. I just like it a lot. I like what they've done. I like that some of the things they took from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they put in here. Some really good things from there. And just ideas from Sun and Moon are in here as well, and then they have their own original new ideas. Overall, I like it a lot. I really enjoy it. I'm loving it, and I've already spent 9 hours on it. Tomorrow, I'm going to spend probably 4 to 5 hours on it. Same thing for Sunday. And then we'll see about Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to just keep playing this thing. It's the last LP of the year. The last 2 LPs were going to be this and Doom, and Doom got delayed, so it's just this now. And then next year, I can't wait to play Doom. Doom's awesome. I cannot wait. I'm glad they're pushing it back if they feel they need to put more work into it. I think that's it. There's everything to say. Pokemon's is really fun. I wish politics were better. I wish everyone partaking in the politics was better. I wish the people doing the politics was better. I wish it was all a better system. I wish we actually did give a damn about each other. But at times, it really feels like we care more about spiting each other and our side winning than actually making things better for all of us. It really does feel that way. So that is the vlog. It is shorter by 10 minutes, so that's nice. I think it's better structured and it's less rambling, but I'm rambling by bringing that up. But there we go. So that is the vlog right there. And next week's vlog will be, who knows, because there's going to be more impeachment stuff. There's going to be more Pokemon, though. I didn't even talk about TFT. I'm enjoying TFT as well. I don't like Set 2 as much as I like Set 1, but I still like Set 2. I feel like Set 2 is more limited than Set 1 is, honestly. I really feel that way. But maybe it's because of the balancing. As they balance it, it'll be better. We'll see. But that right there is the vlog. I have fun talking. Hope you have fun watching and or listening. And that's what it's all about, is it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. And listening. If you say or, then they're only watching, but they're not. Yeah, and listening. Yeah, and listening. English is fun, isn't it? See ya.